Some of these questions might be rooted in
Resentment from 10 years of a relationship. Yeah.
But my first question is,
Whoa, dude.
Since you have a lot of background with gamers in general,
Yeah.
how do you approach someone who doesn't see their gaming as a problem?
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you think, so when y'all were together, Bobby was gaming a lot?
I would say 16 hours a day.
And you thought it was a problem?
I'm codependent. I want to be very clear on this.
Okay.
Because I tried to be the cool girl and pretend that it wasn't a problem for so long because I
Very
was
common.
convinced that my assessment of him was he needed this to either stem or escape or soothe himself. So I convinced myself for the first couple years that this is just what this man needs to get by. But after that, there was an awakening of, oh, I've completely abandoned my own needs because I've just let him roam free with this thing that he does for so much of our life together. And so, yeah.
And then what did you do?
I tried to address it, but I
How?
feel like I addressed it a little bit too late and in a way that wasn't effective because I sounded like a nag.
Okay, so how did you address it?
Nag.
Nag means what, though?
It was like, we need to be doing things outside of this. Can we go do this? Can we, can you stop? Can you put that down? And it was just like constant.
And how many times, like a day, every day? Or
No, or I would just shut down.
Okay.
And wait for him to notice that it's been 6 days.
Okay,
since
so
yeah.
So you were encouraging him to change his behavior.
I mean, Skyrim came out. What am I going to do?
So immersive.
It came out. You know what I mean?
And so when I would feel
Bobby,
the excitement.
which time? Because Skyrim keeps coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, the original, the first time it came out, it was like,
There was a
I'm a
part of
Bethesda
me-
fan. I was like, it's coming out? What am I going to do? You want to cuddle? No, I'm playing.
I'm kind of...
Come on, guy. Ooh, 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 ooh.
I'm an over-understander, and I understand like what he went through as a kid. So in my head, when he would talk about Red Dead Redemption was coming out in X amount of days, I was like, oh, he needs this, right? So then I felt guilt for even trying to like pry him away from this thing he was so excited about. And then so I would go back and forth between being really angry and being like, can you just shut it down, to being like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to pretend that,
Okay, so
this isn't-
but what can you shut it down would not work,
it would not work. No.
right? So then when that wouldn't work,
Then I would, yeah.
and then you're just like, well, this is not working.
Yeah.
I guess I just have to take care of my own needs, handle it myself. He's going to do whatever the fuck he's going to do.
Yeah.
And then the volcano of getting frustrated with him because you're in a relationship
Yeah.
with a man who's playing Skyrim for 16 hours a day and you have social needs, sexual needs, whatever,
Yeah.
right? Emotional needs. And then you're like, hey, can we hang out sometime? And then he's like,
Yeah, and it was also layered by the fact that once the video game was shut off, it was, instead of connecting with me, then he would go straight to porn and jerk off and then go to bed.
Oh,
Okay.
Here we go.
So
Here
that
we
was
go
very
again.
So
I
I want
Train
to,
again.
okay, this is
The
great.
train of doom.
Okay, no, this is
Circle. It goes nowhere.
Sorry, I
No,
told
no,
you it
no,
was
no,
a hard
Yeah,
thing.
it's a circle of dead.
Bobby?
Doom. Yeah,
By the way, we've reconciled. I've forgiven.
you
all
like to
good
bring up
now.
old stuff, huh? Yeah, listen, we're not together anymore.
I know,
it didn't
I know.
work.
I know.
You're no longer the
Okay.
villain, by the way.
Yeah.
You're off the hook.
I'm the villain. I'm the villain now.
Yeah, you're so defensive, right?
Go
bro,
offensive,
bro.
Bill.
So let's. I'm with you.
Hey,
I'm
guy.
with you.
No. Hey,
I'm
guy.
with you. I
You were
got
together with the cat stuff, man.
she's
a villain,
listen.
What is
listen,
going on
Bobby,
here? How did I become the villain?
What's
all of a
what?
sudden?
No. But she villainized you.
She villainized me. Hey,
I know, but that makes you the villain.
She's the villain.
Wait,
No,
villainized that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
She's
let's okay, dude.
Wait,
so,
by the way, you're free to villainize me back. It's a fair game.
okay.
bringing up old guy.
No. I know. I know. So step number one.
No, step number one. She's still the villain.
No.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Just as soon as she'll become the villain soon enough.
on her own. On her own.
Because now what's happening is y'all two are fighting. I'm in the middle right now.
Yeah. We're not fighting.
And then if I ever take a step back, she's gonna feel so fucking uncomfortable that she's gonna have to step in.
I see.
and call somebody in, right?
Yeah.
You come
Both are gay.
I got your back. I also have your back. So
Okay.
just because so you were fine with being a degenerate 16-hour gamer, but when your athlete swimming girlfriend
Yeah.
complains because you're jerking off instead of having sex with her, that is like when you're like, no, right? Like, you see what I mean?
Okay.
But I still have your back.
He's got your
Okay,
back.
but
He's got your
calling
back.
you out and having your back are not mutually exclusive.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
you like that. Huh?
Right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna help you out.
I don't need, I already addressed it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like it ruined my relationship with Kalila, and in this new relationship, I don't do it anymore.
There's so much there, man.
Why?
So it's growth for you.
Oh yeah.
Right? But like, here's what's annoying for Kalila.
She's
Is-
got a man. She's got a baby now.
Great.
She moved on.
Great.
Better horizons.
Great. If only that worked.
Right?
So I think the real tragedy here is that both y'all have moved on, and that's like healthy and great and good for you.
Yeah.
And also, for 10 years, I don't know if it was 10 years, right? She was living with this. So there's a lot of emotional energy. It's a lot of like rejection that builds up.
It wasn't the full 10 years. That happened.
Okay, whatever.
The last 5.
Okay. Good, right? So do you feel it, right? So like when I make a mistake, like it needs to be corrected, which is good.
Yeah.
But you feel like you're signaling us to us really hard. I'm not that guy anymore, and I put in the work. So
Sometimes I slip.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
Like a week and a half will go by. I was like, I'll just jerk off tonight, whatever. But
Okay.
I don't do it every night.
So now I'm going to pivot. Earlier, we were like, okay, we're going to talk about the book, and I was like, why? Now is the time to talk about.
Let's
the book.
talk. Yeah. Real
Okay?
good segue.
So this is actually
You have
why
the
I
book on
wrote a
you?
book. No, I should, but this is why I wrote the book. So I think that the book, How to Raise a Healthy Gamer.
Boom.
This is why I wrote it.
Yeah.
Because people are having this problem and they literally do not know what to do.
Okay.
Right. So what people try to do is they try to change the behavior. Like, so you start to nag and then you get exactly into the position. Kalila, I have heard your story 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Of like, you're trying to get him to change and you're like, you nag, but that doesn't work. And then you kind of like ease off and that doesn't work. And then the other thing with it, which we didn't talk about, is sometimes the nagging works, right? Like sometimes with a lot of effort, you can get him to stop for like a day or two.
Yeah.
But then the problem is like on a Saturday night, he's fine. And then on Sunday, maybe he's on his best behavior because you're threatening to break up with him or whatever. And then like Monday, like the moment that you stop nagging him, then it comes back. And then the really bad thing is like, you know, you can get him to stop, but then you don't like the person you become.
I hated the person I became. Like, I felt like very much like a brute overlord.
Right. So this is where, you know, this is what the book is good at. So the book is there to teach communication skills that I think absolutely, I mean, it's designed to help you have your kids develop a healthy relationship with technology so you can set good technology habits and things like that. But I think this is where it teaches some of the most fundamental communication skills. So I think the way that you want to start is by asking Bobby,